The Atma, Part 3. The real Vedanta philosophy begins with those known as the qualified non dualists. They make the statement that the effect is never different from the cause. The effect is but the cause reproduced in another form. If the universe is the effect and God the cause, it must be God Himself. It cannot be anything but that. They start with the assertion that God is both the efficient and the material cause of the universe, that He Himself is the creator, and He Himself is the material out of which the whole of nature is projected. The word creation in your language has no equivalent in Sanskrit because there is no section in India which believes in creation, as it is regarded in the West as something coming out of nothing. It seems that at one time there were a few that had some such idea, but they were quickly silenced. At the same time, I do not know of any section that believes this. What we mean by creation is projection of that which already existed. Now, the whole universe, according to this section, is God Himself. He is the material of the universe. We read in the Vedas as the Urnanabhi spider spins the thread out of his body, even so the whole universe has come out of the being. If the effect is the cause reproduced, the question is, how is it that we find this material, dull, unintelligent universe produced from a God who is not material but who is eternal intelligence? How, if the cause is pure and perfect, can the effect be quite different? What do these qualified non dualists say? Theirs is a very peculiar theory. They say that these three existences, God, nature, and the soul, are one. God is, as it were, the soul, and nature and souls are the body of God. Just as I have a body and I have a soul, so the whole universe and all the souls are the body of God, and the God is the soul of souls. Thus, God is the material cause of the universe. The body may be changed, may be young or old, strong or weak, but that does not affect the soul at all. It is the same in eternal existence manifesting through the body. Bodies come and go, but the soul does not change. Even so, the whole universe is the body of man, and in that sense, it is God. But the change in the universe does not affect God. Out of this material, He creates the universe, and at the end of the cycle, His body becomes finer, it contracts. At the beginning of another cycle, it becomes expanded again, and out of it evolves all these different worlds. Now, both the dualists and the qualified non dualists admit that the soul is by its nature pure, but through its own deeds, it becomes impure. The qualified non dualist express it more beautifully than the dualists by saying that the soul's purity and perfection become contracted and again become manifest, and that we are not trying to do, and what we are trying to do now is to remanifest the intelligence, the purity, the power which is natural to the soul. Souls have a multitude of qualities, but not that of almightiness or all knowingness. Every wicked deed contracts the nature of the soul, and every good deed expands it. And these souls are all parts of God. As from a blazing fire fly millions of sparks of the same nature, even so from this infinite being, God, these souls have come. Each has the same goal. The God of the qualified non dualist is also a personal God, the repository of an infinite number of blessed qualities. Only He is interpenetrating everything in the universe. He is eminent in everything and everywhere, and when the scriptures say that God is everything, it means that God is interpenetrating everything. Not that God has become a wall, but that God is in the wall. There is not a particle, not an atom in the universe where He is not. Souls are all limited, they are not omnipresent. When they get expansion of their powers and become perfect, there is no more birth and death for them. They live with God forever.